Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Papa Omega and Byzantium. So, the turn is 6643, year 1541 AD, and we are one turn away from Mind Warfare, which is kinda cool. But what we are really looking forward to, or at least I hope you do, is not the team sports either, but the industrial lifestyle that we are going to end this episode with. And then we can get an extra technology from all of these. And I would also like to say that I have two inventors over here. And I think I could use at least one of them to get an additional technology here. So if we are smart about it, we might probably get maybe both the steam power and... I don't know if deputization is necessary. We don't even need a sheriff or anything like that. But marine biology would be good. We've already discussed that. Or maybe statistics. Did they give anything? They gave them... Yeah, they gave mathematics. But this one actually lowers our income. So, probably gonna look at something that would give us some benefit. Deputization is not that. Could we maybe get machine... Oh, if we could get machine tools. Steam power and machine tools would work very well. And you really require just steam power, so if this one can be discovered... it doesn't mark it as such, so maybe not, but steam power itself... I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how it's gonna go. As far as our empire is concerned, we have continuously worked on improving our budget situation, but I'm pretty sure that we're not gonna be able to stop the decline, so eventually we'll have to drastically lower the investment into research. So I'll probably not see you after 10 turns again after this update, but maybe double of that. Doesn't really matter though, because we are stable, we are growing. As you can see, the southwestern cities are all being developed and growing. They're working on a number of interesting buildings, and they're becoming pretty much self-sufficient in many cases. But the steady stream of supply trains is continuing. As far as the research goes, I think I've done a pretty good job in some of these cities to grow them up. Well, yeah, you can see it from, point to point, like it... most of the buildings are scheduled, but I'm focusing on upping the education of our people as well a little bit, though it's a little bit of a combat because many of the education buildings actually cost money while we are really not in a position where we can spend much. But as you can see, the GNP is going up. We are at 128,521 right now, though it fluctuates a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it fluctuates a lot turn to turn, so I'm pretty sure that, we're not gonna be able to stop the decline. However, we're not gonna drop to zero. We'll probably be at 5 or 10%, and we're gonna start steadily climbing from that place upwards again. It really is, when you look at the budget mostly for city maintenance, that's really what we're paying so much for. Almost 40,000 for just the sheer number of cities. So many of the cities really aren't pulling that weight yet. And the inflation, which is also, it could be more than halved. So if we got rid of the inflation itself, we would already be in positive numbers. Apart from that, most of the income is of course coming from the cities themselves. We're getting quite a lot in income. Buildings provide 25,430. We have some civics and event specialists, religious shrines. So yeah, we're moving in the right direction. It's just that with, what would we have expected? With such a rapid expansion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities. So about 20% of our empire has been added recently. That definitely has an impact. Anyway, I'm gonna just end it now and hear it from Mind Warfare, and then we're gonna move onward, because really, the interesting part is gonna come in the third update.
Landmines are among the most barbaric weapons of war.
Oh, we're not continuing? I thought that there would be more description, because they continue to kill and maim innocent people long after the war itself has ended. Also, fear of them keeps people off the land and thus prevents them from growing food. Coffee anan. Or coffee anan, I think is the right pronunciation. So, landmines, that's just an upgrade to the mechanical traps. And again, that's it. Again, we're just clearing out the remainders of technologies before we move to the new era. And I, for one, can wait. So, wolfram, snake oil. Again, we're looking at... Do you have anything in regards to jail? Oh, yes, you can build jail. So yeah, that's all. The river is a quick update, but I just want to speed run to the industrial lifestyle. I spent a lot of time playing this in the past 3 days, so let's just make sure we get there as soon as possible. Turn 6653, year 1544 AD, and we are one turn away from team sports. As you can see, we have finally ran out of money. We currently have 5,546 gold in our coffers, and we have about 20% investment into science, meaning right now we're getting a little bit of a positive 959 gold per turn, and we're getting about 62,426 research points per turn. So we're stable. If we wanted to zero, we would be getting about 7,500, but right now I'm trying to maximize our efficiency, and I go up a little bit when I can. I go a little bit down. For some time we actually ran with about 30%, but then we had to drop back down to 20 because, as I said, it fluctuates. As far as our cities in the southwest go, we have been doing a lot of good work there. When we check the populations, you can see that all of them are at least at level 10 of population, 2 are at level 11, and we have 2 at level 12 and 1 at level 13. When it comes to the statistics, the education is being one of our priorities. As I mentioned, you can see that in some cities we have a pretty nice growth, and quite a lot of cities are still hanging on above 5,000, which is really, really nice. The ones that have the lowest education are actually working on it and improving it. The exception is Chrysopolis, which actually isn't, but I think it has shadowed a couple of buildings that are going to help with that soon. So we're going to get them to a pretty decent level, hopefully very soon. As far as disease goes, everybody is fine, and as far as crime goes, everybody is fine as well, with the exception of Mauro Custom, which is actually not connected to this, but Mauro Custom is also being improved. And the reason why in some cities it dropped so much is that I did a revision of the amount of security guards or town watch, whatever you want to call them, that we have in each of the cities. And I disbanded a big amount of them as part of the budget optimization. And in some cities, it led to quite a big drop, but in many others it is getting better. Laodicea was almost at a positive. Now I stationed 2 more units there from other cities, so it's dropping and we'll need to deal with these. So again, a little bit of an optimization, but we're working on it. The entire area is also really nicely I don't want to call it terraformed, I guess developed. We've built cities, farms, plantations. We've expanded our border a little bit around our cities as well, which is great. And we're generally doing good. Most of the other cities are actually, or most of the best cities are actually doing really, really well. We're running out of places to build, things to build. Like, for example, Antioch is building a jail, then it's going to build a Buddhist stupa. And pretty much, we can build landmines. We'll build the surgeon's office and snake oil cells, but many cities are actually pretty much done. So we're catching up. The big exception to that, of course, is Constantinople, which has a huge backlog and a number of things here as well that we can just shuttle. It's worth noting, though, I don't know where, if we build it here, but we gained access to the Revivalist Church, and I built it in a couple of cities, but I'm not sure if one of those was Constantinople, but that is a really, really good building. I don't think we built it here. Nope. And I'm actually not gonna search for it because it would take too much time and it would be a lot of guesswork. But Revival's Church also came up. I was also thinking about our civics, that we might want to look a little bit on the amount of money that we're paying and maybe use it as a justification to switch, but in the end I fought against it. There was actually a comment a couple of hours ago about me overexpanding, and yeah, I mean, this whole southwestern expansion is a huge overextension. I discussed it already, but on the other hand, it is a long-term investment. These cities are going to be awesome when they get up and stronger. They're going to produce a lot, and we're getting new stuff every technology. I think Team Sports also is giving us Minor League Stadium, which is a pretty nice building with a lot of gold and culture and education. So as we're going to progress, especially into the industrial lifetime, I'm hoping that all of our cities are going to start producing even more gold, and we're going to get better. I mean, we will need roughly what? 24k, but again, this is doable if the inflation kicks the bucket, because right now it's at, it dropped again 74.97%, which means that we have 42% from hurrying, and that just needs to go down. So as we're gonna increase the income side and reduce the inflation side, we're gonna be fine very, very soon. It is a hamper, yes, I understand that, but at least we used the gold, it was lying in the coffers for nothing, and we made sure that we actually paid for something. You can see that the difference between us and the second biggest civilization, which is Persia, which has 1/3 of our cities, is just dramatic, and I kind of like it. I like the fact that we have expanded so much and we have such powerful and large territory. The only issue that I really have with that is that it's so skewed, because Constantinople is not at all in the center. We would have to move it to something like, Basileopolis or Adramyttium. That would be in the center and would probably save us a lot of money in the long term. But if we plan an expansion to the east, and there is actually a couple of really nice places. I was thinking about settling here, and then again, on the coast here. That is gonna make sense, but we haven't really been taking a big advantage of it. Originally, we did, because we settled, Nicaea and Modena, and then we had some cities up here. But now it really is skewed, so that doesn't really help. But yeah, what can you do? We're doing whatever we can. Anyway, enough fluff. Let's end the turn and hear it for Team Sports.
There's no I in team.
Well, there isn't. That's true. So Team Sports, it's not a big technology, but the amount of buildings it's actually giving us is pretty good. The only one, though, that I think is really good out of this is the Minor League Stadium. The reason for that is that this one gives us a lot of bonuses. And for example, Cricket Field, as you can see, just, cost the same amount. Yeah, they all cost the same amount, yet they give us way less. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a issue when we look at the effect. Yeah, you're really giving us a lot. You guys just aren't. Such a big disparity, that's so weird. Yeah, I mean, that could probably use some balancing, definitely. And that's what we should do. But anyway, let's start building these a little bit so that we improve our income. I actually forgot to, put the maintenance up. So we'll have a little bit of spending cash in the next few turns. Yeah, this is so bizarre. So this way, a radical member of the opposition party has fired upon our president. It is unlikely he will make it through the night. Alright. Well, I guess that's all for this. Yeah, see, now, for example, it dropped significantly. So 20 means that we have a huge deficit. It keeps fluctuating up and down. I don't know what's up with it. I guess it's about the cities being happy and prosperous, but it's still weird. Anyway, the GNP right now is 118,238. The food production is 22,328, and the manufactured goods 38,517. So I'll see you in 23 turns with industrial lifestyle, and let's see how the new age for our civilization is gonna look. Turn 6675, year 1551 AD, and we are one turn away from industrial lifestyle. Yes, we made it. We made it. And as you can see, we are currently at a 30% investment. I actually ended the previous update on purpose with the overview of our output, so that you can immediately compare it to where we are right now. So the current crop yield is 22,430, which I think is not a big increase, about like 100. Manufactured goods 49,027. I also think this is relatively the same, but the gold output is, I think it's like 6,000 more, 126,549. So again, we are able to stay comfortable at 25%, and which we did, and we're actually able to be on 40% for some time as well. Our cities are doing really okay when it comes to their size. You can see that we have only 3 cities left at population 10. We have 2 at population 11, and 1, 2, 3 at population 12, and 2 at population 13, meaning the development is progressing really nice. They are actually starting to focus a little bit more on utility buildings like bakeries and dairy barns and craft huts, so that we get a little bit more production out of them. All of them have all the what I would call basic buildings. I'm starting to invest in things like foundry and town clock, which make these cities yield so much more. But yeah, generally speaking, it is great. We have also been on a peaceful... Wait, that's not the foreign advisor. Here's the foreign advisor. On a peaceful streak, with the only exception of this guy, China, but I don't even know where they are. And they would accept peace, so it's fine. I don't even know when they're declared on me, to be quite honest. So, let's just peace with them. We've had a lot of these cities actually asking to join Korea, which is kind of interesting, but I think it's because of their... Wow, they have a really good culture here. Yeah, that's their capital. So our cities here do not have anywhere near that amount of culture production, but altogether they will... soon. Yeah, together they have these 3 cities have about the same pressure as Seoul, and I should probably start investing more into culture on these border cities, just to make sure that we do not, lose more territory. We have been gaining it quite steadily, but especially Magnatis could definitely push the border a little bit. I'm gonna have to look a bit more into what they can get. Yeah, percussion instrument maker. Let's get that one immediately. And also the woodwind maker. So these 2 we can get quickly. These ones are quite expensive, so let's put them afterwards. Shinto Temple for gold. These 3 are also super cheap, so let's shadow them, and you too. So it's gonna give this city about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, about 100 extra, which is gonna go a long way. Either way, I hope you are as excited as I am for industrial lifestyle. So let's end the turn and hear it now. We have entered the industrial era. And there's no voiceover here. That's interesting. It is not enough to be industrious. So are the ants. What are you industrious about? Henry David Thoreau. So industrial lifestyle is a transitional technology. It gives us Might 6 and educational traits. It also changes a little bit the folklore and no, it really just it modifies just the folklore output. And the first of us to discover this, which is us, gets a free technology. Now, I have been thinking a long time about this, and I think that if we can actually get technology out of our great people, it's most likely going to be the steam power, because that one is a great... Oh yeah, it can be researched by a great engineer. It says right there. You would be great scientist, great artist, great statesman. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna keep steam power for the great person, and we're gonna go with marine biology, which is gonna boost our research output and gives us extra food from whaling ships and fishing boats, and it gives us a lot of extra buildings. And what are we gonna research? Well, steam power, of course, because we're gonna get that one next. Alright, so Eudoxiopolis finished a taxidermist. So let's see what we can get here. We could build road signs. It's not really that great. Any good? Alright, a gold mine is a good building. Cobbler. Luxury furniture. I like the sculptor's workshop, though. Culture is not something that we really yearn for here, so instead let's go with the tailor shop. A peyote plantation, a snake oil charmer, a law firm is great for crime. Education is doing sort of okay. Do we have... Yes, okay, so Shinto temple will go first. That one gives education, but mostly gold. And then we can get the Shinto monastery for more education and production. Anything else here? A bookstore. Let's get the meeting hall too. And yeah, and then the bookstore and the minor league stadium. And an aquarium, which is a new building. Nice! Oh, that one's really good. Look at that income and science. Nice, alright. So the aquarium as well. Now, Otranto finished its buildings. Oh, you still have a lot to go through. Anything interesting here? Oh yeah, Shinto Jingu is an amazing building. Look at that, 66.12 gold. So let's get that one as fast as we can. Then the Shinto monastery. A bardic circle, a lot of culture and gold producing buildings, and then aquarium. And you can also get the marine biology lab. Nice. I mean, that's a great building, but again, it has a building maintenance, so we're gonna try to avoid that for now. Let's just shuttle these. Do you have anything? Nope. 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 Now we're gonna wait for that one. Anything? These are super cheap, so let's get them quickly. Actually, no, the Shinto Jinku is actually much better. I'm just gonna shuttle these afterwards. The cellar. Yeah, let's get the cellar on a tapestry workshop. Otranto is really not getting a ton of these good buildings done. Yeah, you're gonna shuttle these ones afterwards, but where's the Shinto Jingu? Because that one is a really good one. Here. Alright. So, yeah, you can see here that, just the city alone with these buildings is gonna produce, 200, 300 gold extra within a couple more turns. So we really have a long way to go to elevate all of our cities here.
No aquarium. No tank in a marine land, however spacious it may be, can begin to duplicate the conditions of the sea. And no dolphin who inhabits one of those aquariums or one of those marine lands can be considered normal.
Alright, so marine biology. Damn, look at how our research increased. It's nice. Entomology lab, herpetology lab, and ornithology lab all get extra 6 science. And we get bonuses. And we can see the aquarium here, a marine biology lab, and a bunch of other buildings here. Center for Whale Studies. It's a nice one too. Marine Institute and Center for Shark Studies. So, now that we have industrial lifestyle, I think we can actually go ahead and use one of these great engineers to get steam power. Oh! You add 1 million to research of steam power. Really? You don't get discovered anymore? Yeah, and that's not even enough. That's about 2/3. But I think this one is actually kind of worth it, isn't it? Steamboat port, steam crane. Yeah, lumber mill, mountain mine. And percussionism maker starts producing even more culture. And reveals graphite. That's interesting. But you know what, I'm gonna save them for now. I mean, we can use the 22 turns to actually further elevate our empire. We need more time to build whatever we need to build and to, improve on our cities. But I'm really happy with the new production and everything. So let's end this actually by looking at the gold, manufactured goods, and food production. And by the way, we have now 15 million people living in our empire. That is so good. And approval rate is 82% now that we have removed the overextension penalties. Nice, nice, nice. So I'll be back in the next episode with more growth and more everything. But I'm interested in seeing how this value is gonna change. Have we lowered the inflation or haven't we? Yes, 41%. Alright. So it's slowly decreasing while we are increasing our output. So yeah, let's hope we're gonna be at least at something like... Man, these are getting really expensive, so I wanted to say something at like 40%, but that is a little bit ambitious. We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. This has been fun, and I'm so happy that we are here. I'm gonna look a little bit more at the on the technologies in the next episode. I'm gonna, take some time to actually go through them, see what we want to get and when, what kind of things there are here, and actually it seems like that one is really short too. There's a lot of technologies over here. Yeah, but in the beginning, the first few tiers are gonna work through really quick. And the atomic lifestyle, that one is actually really goddamn expensive. But yeah, by the time we're gonna have mass transit, radios, telephones, antibiotics, motion pictures, motorized transportation, and so much more. Amazing. So welcome to the new age, and I'll see you in the next episode with steam power.